There's a
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
You smiled at me and really eased the pain.
For a while there, it felt like we were going through a tunnel of doom and gloom and rain. But we're finally at the end of the tunnel. And this is just fabulous. Now the city is getting a weirdly early sunback, and the joy is palpable. I can't tell you how much I've needed this. I've spent what feels like months inside my house. I did a lot of reading, a lot of streaming, a lot of cooking. Now it feels like my whole world has opened up and I'm ready to get out and enjoy what Paris has to offer. You're about to come to Paris, you're going to be spoiled. My favorite thing are the blossoms. I'm not the only one. Everybody here was so sick of winter this year. It was so long. There were so many gray days, the rain. So now that it's sunny, everybody's out picnicking. And I don't blame them. I get it. Look at this. This is my favorite thing though. This color of green, you know, when it's new green. I know I have a lot of viewers in America and you guys there aren't having the same luck. Yeah, well, I hope things get better there soon. This is the difference between living in Paris and visiting Paris. When you visit Paris, it's usually in the warmer months and you must think we live like this all year round. We do not. It was actually very wet this year. The wettest since sometime in the 1950s. Also, there was a lot of flooding in France, to give you an idea of how rainy it was. So there is one bad thing about the fact that this year spring came a bit earlier than usual, and that is I usually start dieting around this time of year. And by the time the sun comes out, I have lost enough weight so that I don't feel bad about going to a terrace somewhere and having lunches and stuff. I want to sit on a terrace and have a big meal. Maybe a tartare de bœuf with a glass of white wine, but I can't. But now I can't because I'm smack down in the middle of my very strict diet. But I have to do it. I won't fit into my spring dresses. And I'm not buying more. That's consumerism, over-consumerism, and I don't want to do that. What is happening? Look at that. I gotta do something. The other problem is that this year, dieting has become an issue because I quit smoking. And I constantly want to eat something because of it. As soon as the sun comes up, everybody rushes to the terraces and any benches, and they just do what we call lézarder, which basically being a lizard. That's me, I'm a lizard. It also helps that with the good weather, you want to just walk around Paris and reconnect. Before you know it, you'll find you've walked for miles and miles. Anytime you need to stop to rest, there's always a cafe nearby. I know how lucky I am to live in Paris, especially when it looks like this. This is real ooh la la weather. I'm not complaining. I have one big concern. It's a huge concern. And that is, given that this year it started to become spring so early, what if it suddenly changes its mind? Because the sun ain't there yet, you know? So what if it suddenly says, oh no, let's go back to winter? It could happen. That would suck. That would so suck. I hope it stays nice like this. I hope so.